We're gonna talk about how Latinos escape the one drop rule, and this is not a video to defend the one drop rule. I'm against the one drop rule, and I need to explain what the one drop rule is. During slavery and Jim Crow, when it actually got more popular, there was a rule made by white racist people, especially during slavery. If you had any drop of African ancestry, you were considered black 100%, even if you don't look black. Okay, so if this rule was continuing, and I'm glad that the rule went away in Love Virginia case where they allowed interracial marriage to be legalized. This rule wouldn't also include Latinos, not only from the Caribbean, but also Mexican Americans, since there was in this colonial period of Mexico when they had a caste system. Nueva España, New Spain, they had African slaves shipped to Mexico and mixed with the mestizo mixture and assimilated. And many, that's why George Lopez like shot, I got African root. Yeah, okay. So you get my point. They include them, they include all the rest of the Latinos from Latin America as black. So a lot of folks don't understand why, like Takashi 9, who is Afro mestizo, but from his Puerto Rican on his dad's side and Mexican mom's side, how he was classified as white. As a multiracial identifier, a multiracial person who would reject the one drop rule, who was African American and Latino from Spanish origin from Louisiana, because I found that my fourth grandfather was a Real. So his parents, he was born in Texas, but his parents from Louisiana, which makes sense because Spain used to own Louisiana before the French came and took over from Canada. Um, that I'm African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, and American descent who do not go along with one drop rule, who know the racist origin of it, who have to remind people in his own African American community that this rule is not about black pride and power. It was about inferiority complex and putting people with one drop black DNA in the inferior complex of white supremacy in this country. Okay, so me going against the one drop rule is not selling out. It is y'all who love the one drop rule are being faithful slaves to your white master ancestor. Okay, trying to keep it relevant because you're trying to be the Aunt Jemima and the Fiddlers, like the Fiddler movie Roots. You're trying to go against the person who's the liberator, who's the trailblazer, who is the freedom fighter. Because I'm the freedom fighter, y'all are the slaves, whether it be the house slaves or the field slave. Now, during the Tree Guadalupe Hidalgo, when they stole Southwest, trying to expand slavery and manifest destiny and all this other stuff, they was kicking out Latinos, especially those of Mexican American origin. In order to be American at the time, you had to be white. That's why the 14th Amendment is there on the Constitution because the slaves, those descendants of slaves, were born in the United States and they were trying to say this African descendant people were not American. That's the reason why. So instead of kicking them out, okay, they put them as white. That's the reason why they listed multiracial Latinos, Hispanics as white. So they escaped the one drop rule because they did have African origin. Even the last governor of California, Pia Pico, they kept bringing up that Pio Pico had African mixture because one of his grandmothers were mulatto in their caste system in their census in Mexico. So that's the reason why. So a lot of Latinos, this is the reason why this don't bring no Negro as with Bird Martinez was talking about. Because if they did marry, being classified as white, dealing with racism in this country, being not genetically white, being mixed, being marginalized in this, or either you're white or color, black, Negro society at the time, if you did bring on a coco negro or someone classified as black, either you're lighter than you and look exiled or passing, that child will be a figuration of being black in this country and deal with more racism in this country. As Rosa Perez was talking about in the View about Rodney Villorga, Rodney Villorga, who is Venezuelan, just like part of Mariah Carey's heritage on her dad's side, besides African American on her dad's side as well. He was on the View, not the View. He was on the Agora La Flaca, right? It means a fat man, skinny woman. And the light skinned woman, the one like a white woman, that is Emilia Estevan, Gloria Estefan's husband's niece. Yeah, see how they look different? They are mixed. They're not pure white, okay? So there's some Native and Taino African DNA in his side of the family in Cuba. So his niece, like a white woman, okay? She's on that show. That's it. Yes, she is Gloria Estefan's niece by marriage, okay? Anyway, so when Rodney Villorga, who's a makeup artist, who's a gay guy, whose dad looked like a light skinned brother because dad is Afro mestizo but got more African mixture in his phenotype, but still look mixed because he don't look like a pure black man. Okay, well, anyway, he was on the show and he did makeup art, and he said that Michelle Obama he did a remake of himself looking like Michelle Obama. He said that she liked the cast of the Planet of Apes. Buying to the white Anglo-Saxon racist politics here in the United States by being immigrated in this country and being brainwashed, being pocho pachismo, okay, being coconut washed, okay. So what happened is he got fired. Now, I do give him credit to admit that Univision is a racist, is also hypocritical channel because they do show colorism. They do show people that look like Gloria Estefan's niece, Emily Estefan's niece on the novellas who like a white woman who is mixed with some different genetic markers in her but look like a white woman. They show her on the novellas more than they show someone that's darker than her. Okay, that is very true, and they do make fun of Native and African looking people, put them as maids and the help on the novellas. When I watch Mighty Mind, I see that, and I love Thalia. Okay, who's married to Tom Mottola, Mariah Carey's ex-husband, and also Jennifer Lopez's ex-boyfriend after she left her Cuban husband after she did a Selena movie and trying to move on up and dating Diddy and Mark Anthony on sidecar like it is, okay? That's why Mariah Carey said, I don't know her, because her ex-husband was dating her while she was still married. Thank you. Call like it is, it's the truth. Anyway, that's why if you have my love, that's the reason why Tom Mottola helped her career. Anyway, I had to go there. So, Dalia, who's married to Tom Mottola, from ex-president song record Michael Jackson called a devil, and I do believe he is a devil. The point is, Thalia on her novella, and I love Mighty My. When I was watching the remake of, they were showing reruns of the novella because it was back in '94, so I wasn't learning. I was learning Spanish from watching the novela de Telemundo, but I wasn't taking Spanish class like it was in '95 after Selena Quintanilla had passed away in '95. So anyway, when I was watching the show, and I did see My Name Mercedes came on like at 2 o'clock. So we leave school at 2:15 and coming home on the bus. I already missed half of Mighty and Mercedes. Okay, so I watched Mighty My. Not Mighty My. Mighty Body. Mighty. No, never mind. Said Mighty Body. Mighty Body. That's one Thalia songs. Okay, that was very popular back in '95 when she was on Christina show singing Eres Piel Morena, Bobby being camera skin. Yeah, Piel Morena, darker skin tone for Latino community and also brown skin tone. You know I love that song. Eres Piel Morena. Okay, so yes, I love that song. Eres Piel Morena. Anyway, when she was singing them songs on them looking said see-through outfit, I forget because I have a tape of Thalia back in '95 on there. Yes, I do. Before she married Tom Mottola, okay? When she was on that show, and I saw an Aunt Jemima, I turned it off. Baby, I was mad seeing an Aunt Jemima, an Afro-Latina playing Aunt Jemima, looking sister on that doggone thing, look like mammy on that show. So, yes, so Roddy Verioga is very correct that when they fired him, they was hypocrites because they supported colorism on their show. So the fire Roddy Verioga, I don't like this fool, but it was hypocritical to fire him when they promoted racism and colorism on their platform. Yes, they do. Okay, and you have folks that look like Lydia Esteban. That's the like a white woman who's got some African and indigenous Afro mestiza in her. She is promoted looking like a white woman than someone that looks like Selena or Jennifer Lopez originally, because Jennifer Lopez dyed her hair and did surgery and everything else. Yes, okay, lighten her hair and light her skin tone with everything else. And Shakira, okay, because Shakira was not no natural blonde, and not a natural blonde. We know Shakira back in Donde Estás Cora. So her hair was dark and curly, black curly hair. When she crossed over, she bleached her hair blonde. Folks compare her to whatever. Okay, thank you. That's not anybody know Shakira with her original black curly hair. That blonde hair is not her natural hair color. Let's call it like it is. So anyway, yes, okay. So you get my point. and she was a little darker skin tone compared to her pale complexion. Yes. Now that's her business. That's her business. She wanna whiten up. That's her business. Do white initial. Density. That's her business. If y'all ain't mind your business, let them folks buy the white initial cream from Density and Black China if they want to. That's their business. Do the look in. That's her. They say business. However, we know what okay point is. So Shakira, she dyed her hair blonde. See, I remember Shakira when she did the Estoy aquí back in '95, and we all compare her to the Latin version of Nance Morissette. Not no Britney Spears. Britney Spears came out in 89, 30, 80, no, 30, not 80, excuse me. 98, 20. Oh, baby, baby. No, no. Shakira has more talent than Britney Spears. Sorry, Britney. Oops, I did it again. Anyway, I'm sorry. I did it again. I guess I did. Oops, I did it again. I'm so sorry, Britney. It's Britney, bitch. I'm sorry. Okay. Point is, give me more. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay. So Shakira has more talent, okay, than Britney Spears. And so we all know Shakira had dark hair, black dark hair, and she's part Arabian, part Lebanese, and part Afro mestiza. She says her mama is pure Spain Italian. She might have Italian Spain. We know she has some indigenous and some African in her bloodline. Besides that, that's a lie. She not no pure white Colombian woman. Let's be real. She mixed with something down that family tree. And if she do look like a white, it's somebody else in that family. They ain't all that pure black, pure white. Some indigenous, okay, some indigenous in the one she la cumbia, cumbia de Colombia. We know cumbia come from Africa. Hello, Africa, Colombia. You know that Joe Arroyo was saying, no le pega la negra in the Rion song. Dum 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 dum. I have to bring her back to her raíces. Dum dum dum. No la pega la negra. As I was saying, because I'm high on that caffeine right now, on that matcha. Matcha is my kush. You know, I drink my matcha tea mixed with that espresso. No la pega la negra. As I say over here. Point is, as I was saying the song, point is, we know Shakira didn't look like that back in 1995. She had that dark black colored hair. Curly had that pelo crespo, and it said Mexico pelo chino, and she flat ironed it like a sister do a hot comb. Did a mom CJ Walker hot comb? I call it like it is in Bishop Blood. Let's call it like it is on my channel. I call it like it is on my channel. I'm being real. No wonder my grandfather on my mama's side last Real with an I, but it's similar to Real with an E, being real on this channel. As I was saying, point is, call it like it is. So going back to what I'm saying, so therefore, the point is, on Univision, they was wrong for no, I believe they should fire Roderick Oga for making racist stuff about Michelle Obama, but they are hypocrites. Like, I remember seeing Latino dudes dressed up like the dudes in the 70s on Telemundo. I'm like, what the hell is this? Doing this blackface shit. Yes, I do remember. And I remember back on Inside Edition, back in 1995 or 90, no, 95, 96, 97, around that time, late 90s, midnight, they was exposing how Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King, and many was going down Latin America and doing these blackface stuff and yes, promoting their products, making fun of Michael Jackson and stuff like that by his skin tone. And all. Yeah, they were doing all that stuff in blackface, making fun of big lips, making racist stuff to promote their products. So this was one thing. He said U.S. companies. So y'all talking about the white supremacy. U.S. companies like McDonald's and Coca-Cola was going down there to promote, and they was doing this advertisement and making racial stuff. See, before they had a Negro Mama on PBS Black and Latin America with Henry Gates Jr. about a Negro Mama. This I already knew before a Negro Mama was on there. They was doing it because I watched it. I said, "What the hell?" So U.S. companies were going down there to Latin America and making blackface stores. So that's when you hear blackface in China and Japan. You the white racist people. Let me give you a story. It's true. My grandfather on my dad's side was a veteran, okay? And he used to tell me when he was in Japan, in Korean War, that white soldiers would go to Korean people and Japanese people and tell them that the black soldiers, we're not pure black, had tails. That's why you see all this blackface going on in Korea, in Japan, in China. White racist people going over there to try to make it hard because they do that when we go to other places, we would not receive racism. So they try to make it. That's why in California, Los Angeles, that I keep bringing about the black and brown racism, you got to understand who's the originator of that. That was white supremacists when African people would escape the South and go to Los Angeles and mix with Chinese and Japanese and Mexican people down there, and they was treated with more respect in California, North and South. White supremacists found an idea to go when Gates got in control of the LAPD. They would start recruiting Ku Klux Klan folks in the South, in the small towns, to the LAPD to put their mentality there. So their mentality came to Los Angeles and effed it up. That's why you have black and brown racism. So when they part of the LAPD, what they would do would make Africans and police officers and Hispanic turn against one each other. Okay, and in the drug, with the Reagan, being governor in California, along with being part of the presidency of the United States, and Bush being CIA, and going there and you have Freeway Ricky and all these cartel and these cholos, African thugs, these Hispanic, they got involved with crack cocaine, CIA, and everybody should know that Dr. Jolie West was giving drugs to African youth, male and adult males and teens who were violence in the violence center. They was giving them antidepressant drugs that made them more violent than they are. That's why they got a bunch of African and Hispanic men locked up, already violent because they was being abused, becoming from broken homes, people beaten with yes, they so-called loving parents was either crack dope fiends, heroin addicts, be abused, being sexually abused, beating them, whipping them, but spanking them with chunklers and stitching cords. So that's why I'm against whipping your kids. It made them violent. That's why I have issues about trying to do something to my own family. I'm going to deal my family, okay? And so they're putting violence centers in being gangs. Then these so-called doctors will give them drugs that make them violent than who they are. That's why they're in those penitentiaries and those thugs, those gang members of African and Hispanic cholos, especially in South California. But they also sell money to who? Who gave them that dope money? Well, nobody of color. And they can't cross the border, but who was having to cross the border? It wasn't nobody that looked like them. It was somebody like a white man, exactly, white man, CIA. And the idea of setting a door to your community and fighting each other is called genocide in both communities. That's why, because they're white population, because in California, it's more liberal. It was never a southern state, okay? You was why always white Jim Crow, because they elected people from the South to take leadership in California to put their mentality there. See, a lot of folks understand California was a liberal, was a Catholic state, okay? But white Anglo-Saxons, Protestant people from the South came in with a Protestant false interpretation of the Bible and their racism and took in charge. That's why there is racism down, especially in Southern California, because it was a place to grow. African people found refuge in California during slavery. That's why they had the manifest destiny. Where if you know your history, Mexico helped African people. Okay, so they mix with African and Native American and Spaniard. They have African people cross Rio Grande, and even when Mexico was still owning the Southwest, including Texas, that was a gateway for African people to be free and get along and have businesses. So white racist people in America, United States of America, saw this opportunity to stop that mess by expanding slavery and taking over Mexico. Okay, that part of Mexico, that's what these African people and Hispanic folks who acting like coconut coons and coons, strawberry picking, cotton picking, don't know their history. You have to read your history. You can end and marry in California. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're part of the Catholic Church. The first before the Love Virginia case was Davis versus I forgot, it was Sylvester Davis, who a light skinned African man, was it Perez, or was his Mexican American wife, and they were trying to list her as white when she was not pure white. Do they treat white look messed up thing, and they stopped. The reason why they were legal to get married because they both were Catholic in California. That before this was way before Love Virginia case, and that's why they had interracial marriage. So all this about will go overseas. The folks who say stuff like they don't know their history. That's why they came to debunk me on my channel because I read this type of stuff. Now, as I was saying. So going back to Latinos get the number one drop rule. So these brainwashed coconuts, okay, in the Latino community that they were trying to stop the racism against their community, but they didn't want to be African American people because if their child, since they have African DNA in them, and they were trying to erase and make it white and make it passing as white. That's the whole reason why the Mijo de Raza mentality came in. Now you will say, well, how that? Well, remember, Jose Vasconcelos did stay in Eagle Pass, Texas. He was from Mexico. He was a white Criollo. He was a so-called Spaniard born Mexican. Because I look at his picture, he don't look all that pure Spaniard. Like he has some indigenous and African in him, but he was listed as white and seen as white in Mexico. And when he lived in South Texas, I'm sure he saw Mexican Americans getting beaten by the Ku Klux Klan and Texas Rangers, and they had the no niggers and no Mexican, no dogs and all this other stuff, and being treated like Africans and people. So he was trying to reject Anglo culture. I am with him with that because Anglo American culture is very racist. Okay, and a lot of African people need to stop having the mentality of a white man. So that's the reason why some people, which I do have to agree with some of the Latinos, if you're African people and you're thinking like a slave instead of like a freedman, I wouldn't want you marrying my family either. I want my kids to prosper with freedom, not thinking like a slave. You didn't do nothing and being miserable like your white master wanted you to in your family tree. Of course, I would want you. And there's one thing that folks understand. In Louisiana, not all Creoles practice colorism who are free. The reason why they would not want the slaves to marry the freedmen in Louisiana during the time they had free people of color because they want their children being slaves. Okay, it wasn't the dark skinned slaves, it was those who are light, high, yellow, pale, and exotic looking who had slave mentality who was trying to marry those Creole folks who were free. So they were Creole too and mixed as well, but their mentality was going to bring their children down to downfall. That's one thing I do agree with. See, and I have to agree, if you are thinking like your master ancestors expectation, you don't need to marry anybody, including Africans. We don't want to let you marry your ass either. On the cuss up here, but it's the truth. Now, free-minded thinking people like myself, they had no problem because we're gonna prosper freedom. If I marry a Latina, our children gonna be free and exactly, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no, I ain't trying to live in no ghetto and having them saying the word digger and mimicking white racist ideology about what black is. That's the difference. Now, okay, so the reason why Sylvester Davis won because he was Catholic along with the Mexican wife he had, but also he had African American men who did marry Mexican American women, and they were able to be accepted in the community because of their mentality was different from African American people who thought like slaves. So just like when the folks coming to California, they slave mentality, just like the white masters, the white slave redneck folks from the South, they brought that mentality with them to California. Okay, they didn't have a mindset as a freedman. Okay, so I do see that a lot of folks don't understand it. So I understand some Hispanic folks not want to marry African descendant people if they had a slave mentality. I'm of African descent along with Hispanic origin. I want your ass in my family too. If you're gonna bring my grandchildren in the slave mentality either, I'm about freedom and prosperity, not destruction and destruction and lie. And I have to agree with half of chemistry videos because I do something see these brothers going to the Dominican Republic bringing that old slave mentality down there. Instead of thinking like a freedman and a runaway, they're gonna bring that old white master and mission show mentality down there to Latin America. Now I do agree with that. See, the black Seminoles and the runaway slaves, they left that mentality back home in the United States and assimilate to Latino culture and live like free people. That's a different topic. I'm agreeing with that type of coming together, so-called black and brown coalition. But if you bring in your nigga, call yourself a nigga, and act like Mr. Show, mentality, oh, you damn right, I won't want you to marry my damn daughter. You don't care my daughter is darker than me, lighter than me, same shade as me. You damn right I don't want your damn ass because I want my kids thinking like the damn Mr. Show and have it act like slaves on the plantation. No, we supposed to prosper with freedom, not with a slave mentality. Okay, if you want to be didn't do nothing and thug out just like your white master expected you to, you damn right I don't want your ass in my damn family. You gonna ruin my grandchildren. That's why Whitney Houston's grandmama told her. Now I agree with Whitney Houston being a Leo, but that's why Whitney Houston mama told her, You can take the person out the ghetto, but can't take the ghetto out the way by marrying Bob Brown. It wasn't about he being dark skinned. His mentality, the thug ghetto trash mentality. That's why Joe Jackson and Cissy Houston told Whitney Houston and Janet Jackson, don't you marry, don't you go and marry those Bob Brown, because they old thug. Hold up. Let me tell you like it is. Woo! Woo! Now, I don't agree with Joe Jackson beating and whooping his kids and mistreating them, okay? But that's why Joe Jackson didn't want Bob Brown in the family. It wasn't because it's dark skin. He used his dark skin color to market that thug out, okay, mentality, being a stepping Fletcher. This is the reason why Cissy Houston, hold up, whoo! I got to call like it is. Hold up, I'm getting high on this caffeine up here. Hold up. That's why Cissy Houston and Joe Jackson told Whitney Houston and Janet Jackson not to marry no doggone thug. I talk. Woo! Cause that's why New Edition didn't want to work with no Bob Brown, because he was acting that thug out mentality, being part of the white racist man mentality. It wasn't because his skin tone, and because he used his skin tone to go along with the stereotype of being a thug, didn't do nothing trash. It had nothing to do with colorism. It's called mentality. If you have a slave mentality, there's no reason for you to marry anybody. That's why you got to hunt a bunch of hood rats and thugs acting a fool today. Y'all in the community, if your mentality is like a slave, nobody ain't gonna want me. The Africans don't want me, who are darker than you don't want your ass in the family. Thank you. I have to agree with that. Okay? So if you're trying to not prosper, nobody don't want your ass in the family. But y'all have one to remain in their old Will Lynch enslaved mentality. That's the reason why. And that's why I had to burn my teeth. When I read about my Creole roots, okay? And it was color is people in the Creole community who didn't want dark skin and folks with nappy, so-called nappy, all that stuff. But no, what it was, not everybody practiced that. You had folks that are dark who are Creole too, who had prosperous families too. And the folks keep misinterpreting the Creole history, get tired of that mess. Now, what it was, in Louisiana, you had the Anglos, you did have French people owning slaves too, whatever in Spain. But what it was, when you're free, you don't want no crab in the barrel, okay, in your family, because you have fought so hard to be free, okay? Fought against the odds. You want your children to maintain freedom and prosperity. So what it was in Louisiana, you had folks, not the dark ones that like Wesley Snipes, you had those who were lighter, who like Drake, okay, with a slave, even like white people who were slaves, and they had a slave mentality. And your children married them folks, 9 or 10, they'll go back and be enslaved after fighting the master out. You get my point? That's what it was. See, Whitney Houston, and I'm glad to bring this up, as a camera skin mixed with Black Dutch, Cissy Houston said she mixed with Black Dutch, Scottish, and Native American. And see, her family left Georgia. They had free people of color in Georgia who owned property. They went up to New Jersey. And this was Whitney, and Cissy Houston worked hard working with Aretha Franklin and Elvis Presley. So, and her husband, John Houston. Now, I heard that John Houston was also mixed with Italian and black. Okay, so anyway, they have worked hard. Okay, next thing, Whitney Houston, who they went, who was not living in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? She made it, and she meet Bob Brown, she get booed, okay? And I think that why she married Bob Brown was to stay relevant in Akron City, because the coons in the community didn't want their sister to pop up. She was benefit from colors. No, people in today want to go black it out. No, by her being a lighter brown skinned sister, she was promoted by Clyde Davis because of her color, okay? She was. Because she wasn't dark like Viola Davis. Viola Davis, and she wasn't extremely light, so it would fit the complex of black, national, white, you know what I'm saying? So her camera complexion that I have, okay? it benefited her in the charts. That's why everybody kept saying Mariah Carey topped her out because Mariah Carey was more lighter. And I don't think Mariah Carey intentionally. I think that Tom Mottola did that mess too, was to outdo Clyde Davis. Okay, I think that as well. I think that's why they was friends, because people were trying to put them together because their vocal ranges and everything else. So what happened is when she got booed, I think what it was, she wanted that audience because she wanted to connect with her people who are struggling in the hood. But you have crowded barrels in the hood, sister, okay? That's why they booed you when you was trying to win that Soul Train Music Award. They wasn't for your people. They were slave masters' pets. So to marry Barbara Brown was to try to get that crowd back so she could be relevant in the music industry because she about to go global. Whitney Houston was going global, okay? She was a sheltered child, you understand? She was raised Baptist, went to a Catholic school, and she was sheltered, okay? And I think that her and her brothers, her lighter skinned brother, who by her complexion, and her dark skinned brother, her half brother, because John Houston's not Gary Houston, who's married to Pat Houston. That's some other child, some other man's child. That's his stepchild. Talking about John Houston, Gary Houston, okay? And I think they was by them being middle class and high class, they try to fit in with the African city because in that time, that's what collectivism was stringing 70s. You know, you didn't want to be seen as a sell out. That pressure. So when she was climbing the charts, and she was scared. She did not know people would boo her social. So that's the reason I'm using it as an example. Okay, I know we're talking about Latinos and Instagram, but I'm gonna use an example. So she felt to ought to get her crowd back to marry Barbara Brown, who was representing that urban and thug out, even though he wasn't extreme compared to the gangster out today. You see what I'm saying? And that was the reason she married someone darker than her and trying to get that crowd because everybody's calling her white girl. She's whitewashed, you know what I'm saying? She's like the black Barbie doll with the one drop metallic, okay? So, but Sissy Houston said, you cannot take that's what she's talking about. And same thing, Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson did not want it, what's his name, James DeBarge in the family too, because he also had drug issues too. You may put him as a pretty boy, but he still, is he still prostituting for men and women? I don't know if they're trying to get some crack, no offense. And I know they was abused by their white daddy and stuff, but they need to get some dang on help. All that money, them folks, no offense, it's no excuse. You 50, 60 years old, dude, get you some damn help, please. Getting all that crack. Dr. Drew trying to get you all crack. I understand. But you need some spiritual enlightenment to understand that you make it. So I hope he gets some family. I'm not making fun of him. But y'all, so you see what I'm saying? He way lighter, than Bob Brown and Janet Jackson and stuff. So Joe Jackson didn't want him in the family either. That's why Janet did, like what Selena did, Mary Chris Pettis. You know what I'm saying? They went to Las Vegas, went away from Las Vegas. They didn't want the daddy to know about it, and they got married and all at 18 years. You see what I'm saying? You get my point. So therefore, with Joe Jackson want all that hard work and he did, next thing you're going to bring somebody who's going to bring me back to why I went to the ghetto Gary, Indiana. You get my point? So that's why, so I'm glad to bring this up. So the same thing in the African community who are middle class, high class, that is true. You know what I'm saying? People don't want who represent the white man's gutter, okay? You know what I'm saying? No matter how light or dull they are, to bring them down after all that hard work to fight. And that's what a lot of folks don't understand. So when it comes to Latinos, I understand the ghetto trash in our community, okay, who represent white supremacy, okay, and black identified face, okay. I understand, but upper class brother or sister, you have no argument on, okay? You know what I'm saying? You have no argument on, okay? Like for the Ball brothers, okay? Alonzo Ball, and you see how the Hispanic woman, she was a gold digger. Talking about what name Garcia, she was a gold digging hoe. Yes, Alonzo, yes, she was a gold digging hoe. I don't care if she is Hispanic. I never date that old bitch. Hell no. Oh, hoe trying to get some damn clout chasing money to keep her ass in the body, just like a ghetto hoe. To keep her ass, because that hood that she was a hoe. I'm sorry to call somebody a hoe, I'm sorry, but that was wrong. After the man had a baby trying to marry your ass, you gonna have a baby trying to get some child support money. Oh, hood rat. Yes, she is a damn hood rat. Yes, she is. And you kept her ass in the body. Oh, no, and I said she was a sister too. I'll take her as a ghetto. Stop marrying those hoes and these open. I'm not saying a good woman who's from the area who ain't trying to clout chase. I'm not saying, but if you got potential, because one thing Alonzo Ball should have look is look at potential. Why is she acting like this? Because one thing, and you said I made a baby. See, that's why it's good to get married first and then have kids. I know I'm cursing here, but in the Bible tells then have kids. Don't make no doggone fornication and have babies, and then all of a sudden the woman try to use a cash ration baby as for we said about Evan Lazada. Okay, and trust me, I go here and tell. I know because I came from that situation. My mama used, yes she did, use my birth to get some money out of my middle class dad family. I'm gonna call it like it is. That's how I know about. Yes, I'm gonna tell it like it is. The truth said the chain devil shows. That's how I know. Point is, yes, I put on black because she's abusive. Point is, call it like it is. I ain't trying to let on do that shit. Point is, that bitch, I can't stand her. What's her God see what her name is? She sure did. I'm gonna make a video about that too. She used Alonzo about all that damn hard working that he did his old thought from somebody or somewhere. Oh, God dog got me. Oh man, I'm getting tired. These old cash ration hoes. Yes, I did say cash ration hoes. I know from a jump stove about that shit. She was trying to get some clout chasing money. I put on blast on my channel. See, no, Alonzo Ball, no matter how light she is, whatever, don't care about all that doggone stuff and phenotype. She was a gold digging hoe. You should have left that hoe alone in high school and left her alone. She was trying to team up. You better start doing some, give her the sermon because she's if it was a damn ass sister, hood rat sister. You shouldn't do some discernment, dude. Do some discernment. Please start. You know what I'm saying? Start discerning these people. Not discernment. Discern these damn people around you. Not everybody when you have money is your friend. Damn, she was a clout chasing hoe. What's her name? Garcia, whatever. Yeah, she was a clout chasing hoe. Y'all stop dating these hoes of every different shades and shit, no matter what race are. And stop hoeing too, dudes. Yes, I did say, I'm sorry, Alonzo, you being a hoe. You a hoeing. Hoes coming but everybody can be a hoe. It doesn't matter what your gender is. And the point is, I'm sorry, me made me mad. I'm gonna get a child support out. Yeah, she was using a cash resting baby. Win the wins, where you at? Okay, cash resting baby. I'm not calling the baby, I'm talking about her. Okay, and I know from jump start, that's why I know, for real. You know, I mean real because the reason why we're dealing with this family drama with me, because she was trying to get money from, because my dad was middle class. I'm calling like it is because that's why she want to be abusive. And remember, like when I told her 2 years ago, last year, I'm not gonna talk to her no more, and I'm will press 911 if she do anything to me. It is, you know, dog, I'm not taking it back. I will do. Okay, I'm dissing myself from people who abuse. I can't put something in the world. Not everybody's a mother, and not everybody's a damn father. When it comes to taking care of kids, why she didn't take care of me? My grandparents had to take care of me. Call like it is. I know. Yes, I went there. I don't want no longevity of this shit. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm not going through that bullshit no more. So, yeah, I did it. Yes, I did. The cash ration shit. That's why these folks, the child support, money come up. Chris Brown, thank you. You should learn from Chris Brown and Ludacris. Okay? These old hoes. No, no. That's why some women don't deserve respect. And Drake, stop slinging your dick. No offense, you cool, brother. Stop slinging your dick. That white woman carried hoe too. No, them sisters start sleeping. Them carried hoe. Leave them hoes alone. Get you a wife. When you get married, get you a good woman to get married to. Let's put a ring on like Beyonce said, oh. Okay? She trying to sleep and says, no. Okay? But point is, see how she clout chasing. And I think that Dubai Brown was clout chasing too. He being a hoe too, trying to sleep with Janet Jackson and Whitney Houston. You don't want a project, get a project dog skin nigga. See, why you even say that you discredit your own self? You know what I'm saying? Have no respect for yourself. Janet Jackson, I love be Penny from good times. Well, sir, yeah, I love Penny from Good Times too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Of course, as not as a child. When I was a child, I didn't know that was Jackson. I saw Janet Jackson as an adult growing up. Then I saw her on Good Times. I was the other episodes. But I love Janet Jackson too since I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? But you don't go after just go and sleep around. And until she had somebody that was wrong, if she was sleeping around, she was doing Renee Alexander wrong, okay? Sleeping with somebody else by she was engaged to Renee Alexander, who's also Mexican American by the way as well. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah. So And I would have left her too if she left me for another dude or sleep behind, you know what I'm saying? But I guess she felt the pressure to try to carry it to the side. It's not when it come up because the side that Bob Brown represented at the time was the cloud chasing coons who wanted to downgrade the middle class African American people, and it was white men, racist people love to use them as plots for their design. Yes, they sure do. Yeah. So anyway, it's called like it is. The ghetto did they do nothings who want to be a permanent black underclass, as what Joe Clark said in that movie that Morgan Freeman played, a permanent underclass. They want to remain in the permanent underclass state. They want to make sure you remain with them. They are the Fiddlers and Angel Mamas, and that's exactly what you're dealing with. The truth, the Fiddlers and the Angel Mamas want to go in and try to keep you in the permanent state. That's why they on my channel try to harass me. Besides Latino, I ain't seen no Latino come on my channel making comments on that. But here come a third trash brother of the Bird Martinez thing harassing me. And man, I don't go now. They were acting like Fiddler in the movie Roots. I'm the true Kunta Kinte. There's a fiddler. They love Long Massa. Give me some liquor and everything. I'm going to keep on cooning and be the nigga to him. That's exactly what they are. So y'all call it like it is. So yeah, them sector of African American people know hell no don't make a baby. If they mentality ain't good, do not make no babies with no people like that. Same with Latinos who the same don't do no, because even that Garcia chick doing the barber, leave that hoe alone. Let that hoe alone. Let her stay where she at. Okay. Stop chasing these hoes, or whatever, from the African American community in low class who want to keep you low class, trying to make your bank payments be theirs, okay? So they can use you. These dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody looking for something, looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be abused. Okay, please. These dreams are made of these. Yeah, you better be careful. These dreams they got in their head. They trying to. Some of them want to abuse you. Okay. So point is, I had to agree. If you're chasing thugs, and I had to when I was in El Paso, I did see that. Because I didn't get a Latino girlfriend. The thug garbage of African community, even those who are part Mexican, Blaxican, thug mess, dark and light. And yeah, doing hip hop got corrupt in 2000s, okay, due to the gangster league in 1990s, Jimmy Iovine and Jerry Heller, okay. They don't want they were doing the 50 Cent and yeah, thug out, and acting a fool and stuff. And you had Latinos following that mess too, okay. They was trying, yes, them Latino women down there in El Paso, not all. They love thug at the BT, yeah, at the BT owned by Viacom. I'm bringing so much tea up here. BT was owned by Viacom that support the Private Prince Complex. Makes sense. When Mr. Johnson sold out, that's why when he got discriminated, y'all saw I didn't have his back. That's good for his ass. When he got discriminated against, I don't care how much he's a billionaire, he sold out and gave BET to the Private Prince Complex funded Viacom, who made BET a mission show. So when they were watching BET, mission show BET, back 10 years ago, the Latinos were watching that type, the messed up BET, and you had these, so the thug, Stephen Fletcher brothers were being promoted from T.I., the high yellow ones, to the dog with 50 Cent. And these Latino women in El Paso sure was, and that's why since they were mad at me, because I wasn't out there thugging out and being a dick and do nothing. I went to the Jocko to be something, not be nothing, okay? So they wouldn't want to go with me because I refuse to butt dance and be they mini penguin and what's the other and Negrito and Lateria, okay, to them. But them crazy, trashy, ghetto trash brothers, lighter than me, my shade and darker, who was intimidated by me, just like the Latino ones who was mad because I wasn't being entertained too. They was a friend. Oh, hold up. Show up. Ooh, baby, I love picking the tea up this morning. Sure was, because the Latino coconuts were they doggone friends to them coons. And I had, yes, 2005. When they started bringing more us, okay, sure was, of different shades. You had the dark ones and the light ones, and those who were part Mexican, who were thug and ghetto five, okay? They were they Oh, they were their friends. Sure was. They were their friends. They were their friends back in, I don't forget, I observed, I have good eyes. I was observing, being nosy. And if it was all in my business, I had to be Miss Sophia in the movie Bruce Wayne. Nose, looking up in there, looking up and down. Like, why are these folks all in my business? And what it was, they were being friends to the didn't do nothing trash. This why they keep bringing this, getting the stereotypical African people. They love being in the Negrito and Lateria and the Mini Penguin and their mama. Okay, to them, and that's they were being that to them. Me by me speaking Spanish, being against the odds, the stereotypical shit that they thought that I was supposed to be like. I was their ultra enemy, and I went and you know what I'm saying. You had Latinos too that was over there trying to go with them type brothers. But so see what I'm saying? So Bird Martinez, look at this. The funny part is if I went home and I've been in areas where I was the only African American person and nothing happened to me. Okay? Nothing happened to me. God is good, right? Okay, and I wasn't there to try to take any women. Okay, I like to observe people and examine people and discern people before I even try to get with some woman. I don't want no enemies, on the corner. I'm very picky. So anyway, so but the thug trash. I never get this thug ghetto trash. These Latino dudes who did not like me or behind closed doors, not because I wasn't a stereotype like for the Loteria game, and many penguin, they went after them trashy ghetto trash brothers. This y'all look at this, and they was getting entertainment, but them brothers was going with them down on Latinos they was hanging with. So who's jealous of who? Both y'all jealous of each other, okay? Because I ain't getting in that shit. Then they try to emulate these old thugs, trash, ghetto, didn't do nothing as brothers, and wonder why I ain't going down with it. Cause I know my damn history, and I know that cause I didn't do nothing, didn't do nothing, and don't want to know nothing, and didn't know about their history, to know about what they were taught in school, who would refuse to go out the classroom and read. They was intimidated by my intelligence, okay, and they was trying to clown and make fun of me. But the funny part, when they had black and brown racism back in 2005. And they said, I've been called Mayate, and I'm getting an idea. I said, you need to go right to the President Bush, because it's going by the government. You need to go right, oh, you should be my lawyer. Yes, brother, because all your time you were letting the ghetto trash determine your life, the out inside of the did do nothing trash, and those who racist who support that mess, so you can fall and be in a permanent underclass. See, you don't like someone like me because I refuse to conform to that garbage. When I do research and read and notice that the trap behind it is like a mouse trap. That's why. See, and then that Latina woman that was dating your ass, her sister is racist because I heard her say something like that. Oh, and once I start believing, I start reading these people's mindsets and how they act, they don't like it because I know they dirty trick, okay? So I'm not going to go with that woman, okay? I don't care if she look like a sister with that curly hair. I don't care, no. If her family got that mentality and she agrees with this shit, your child going to become fucked up. Not because she's Mexican, it's a mentality issue. See, I'm a discerning person. I discern people. I look at people because I've been hurt, mistreated by all types of people, including those in my family, and I don't want that mistake to happen again. That's the whole reason I have to keep my guard up. And when I was in El Paso, they're like, "Dang, you don't hang with." No, I'm not. I'm not there to because I want to hang with Mexican people. I want no. If you're there to do something wrong to me, I don't care what you are. I'm gonna make sure I keep my distance or afraid to fight you. Okay, if you do anything to me, you know, you know what I'm saying. I'm a lion king. Lion always protect his cub and his kingdom. Okay, that's my sign. I'm a Leo. So point is, when it comes to that, yo, when I saw that in El Paso, Texas, where these doggone didn't do nothing trashy, ghetto trash brothers who did not like me because I didn't go on with they slave shit, and the Latinos who didn't like that either, one who was jealous because I have my own way of living, and I'm also part Hispanic, and I know all the time. And they like me speaking Spanish, but they speak my language because I have English in the background too. I'm not full-blown African, and I wasn't a stereotype, when they conformist to today's dumb stereotype behavior. I did what I wanted to do. So that's because you gotta live for your family and familia. I don't live for my family, I live for myself. That's the difference between yourself. Why you jealous of me and the brothers do that? They got to live in hood and ghetto shit. I ain't trying to live that. Them hood rats, they want to exploit you, just like the white race people and them doggone thugs who want to see you in a permanent underclass with them. Measureless company, hell to no. So anyway, what I was saying. So let's go back to the subject. So I understand that Latinos who don't want that shit. And I don't want that shit in my family. Just like Whitney Houston mama and her daddy and Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson's parents, they worked hard to get from their doggone shit. Get it. I don't agree with how Joe Jackson did. It was wrong. But they worked hard to get away from their gang and get to okay, all that old mission show shit. Okay, that's the point. So y'all who mad cause you chose not to didn't do nothing and not gonna do nothing about it, and you want to stay in a permanent underclass. So nobody don't want to marry you, your ass. The Africans don't want to marry your ass either. I don't want to marry your ass either. Okay, I don't want my children to be ruined. They have everybody cuss me out if I let them be in deep shit. Okay, hell no. Doing dumb shit. Hell the fuck no, I want my children to go that shit. No matter who they, it was a white dude who trying to bring it. Don't you marry that dude? I mean, not because he's white, because he gonna bring the ruin to the community. Okay, it is what it is. So I understand, but this will become racist. Not everybody of African descent like that. Always discern people. You got Latinos do the same thing too. Like I have friends who in El Paso who are not like that, who didn't like cholos. Oh, yes, but don't Hispanic folks work hard who do not want to be associated with no damn cholos. If a Latino bring a cholo dude, oh, he gonna be called all type of names too. Oh, I seen it, baby. Yes, I have. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I have friends who are Latinos who do not like cholo. They can't stand cholos. Ooh, they can't stand cholo, gangster, but they be talking shit. Yes, they do. Okay, so do you understand? So they don't like the underclass because they work hard. They don't want their children to go underclass and a permanent underclass. And I'm the same way. Okay? That's why me and my family mom side don't get along because they went from the country, not all of them, but when they came to the country and from the country rural area and they moved to Houston in the ghetto areas and they have exhibit that mess. That's why we cannot get along. I'm educated. I know the origin of that mess. They have not bothered to study, and they did. They still try to be relevant and get validation from folks like that. Okay, like I always want to tell my mom never done drugs. You know, mother don't get along, but she was saying, "Ooh, all them people got on crack." Yes, y'all was clout chasing for the motherfuckers back in 1970s and 60s. Them folks don't care about your ass. You scared talking about the third grandfather being white in your family tree. Look like they ain't got in their family tree. They say they're proud of being black. My question about it on crack. Why they doing such the things they want you along with it? Okay? And my mother, well, she just as nonconformist as me. She told me, she said, we was kind of getting along. She said that when she saw, she said down the folks in the area where they was from, the north side area, they was on crack. And she said, oh, smoke this. Hell no, I ain't smoking that. You over here looking like a scarecrow. That's how I am. So when I see destructive behavior, I don't want to listen to your dumb ass. Hell no. I'm not going over that ghetto shit. And I'm glad that she had it. She don't understand that I got a lot of her in me. Okay? My grandma and dad said I'm very stubborn. My dad is stubborn too. So point is, that's the reason why I be stubborn. If I was a people person and conform, I'd probably be on crack too. You have to be your own person. Okay? So, and I'm just out there thugging and get up, all the other stuff, lowering myself to the gutter. That's exactly what these folks are doing. See, if we believe in individuality and collectivism, you wouldn't have a bunch of brothers. And I'm not saying there are mass incarceration and people do target and racist policies, but you have folks who do in the community who participate in that thug of being a white man's nigga, by along with that racist, that stereotype being thug, get to do nothing shit, not knowing their history. I don't know where all these elders who are not teaching their history. And it's not just, oh, hold up, it is like that. Hold up. Because I see where these elders, no, it's their fault too. I never forget, I was on the bus recently on the southwest side, and I went to, I don't want to say what I went to because I don't want the person who be exposed. I went somewhere to a store to get something. And I got out and I started riding the other bus. And before I got on the bus, brother owner to be my daddy, gonna ask me for some change. And I'm like, I don't got no money. So what happened is I have money on my card and I have food stamps. So anyway, point is, so I go to the store and I come back and this dude was drinking. So I said, nobody can give you no money because you're drinking. So he gonna follow me back to the bus. And this Latino dude, young dude, because about in his 20s. And the brother who's drunk, halfway drunk, who's older than my dad, was saying, yeah, that nigga, this and that. So you can't get mad to Car 69 use the word nigga. It's not just the young people. It's the ignorant, elderly ones. in our community who don't like the fact we ain't going along with their little slave mentality events. The dude, listen to y'all, the dark skin, he was a dark skin brother too. Old, drunken, probably on crack brother, older than my dad, had a nerve to talk to this lovely young Latino 27-year-old dude. The niggas and talking like that. Oh, the nigga, they oh yeah, them niggas these nets. So you see why the Latinos have no respect. And I had a so-called my homegirl, her husband, baby daddy. What happened is I think he was selling dog to all his business. Before they got evicted or they left. And now it's weird. The old school brothers, they're crackheads, allowed this Latino man who's 1 year older than me, born 78, call them, what's up, my nigga? The dude old enough to be my dad. This is an old crackhead brother. For real. Now you see why Tekashi 69 is able to use the word nigga and get. So them ghetto didn't do nothing uneducated shitholes. If you have a child with these motherfuckers, they're gonna teach their kids that same bullshit. That's why the community that's the whole reason why I don't fuck with some people in my own damn family. Wanna, oh, you bougie. No, y'all are white, man, even though we mix up black and Spanish and French and Irish and English, and I know y'all listen to my damn channel. You are the white man's pit bulls niggas. I did say it to my own, cause you're going along with the shit. You complacent with the shit. I'm not no crazy brother. I'm not no trying. Well, we are part white, so definitely. You the one want me in your bullshit with you, cause vision loves company. See what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at other races use the word nigga when you got the L. I'm glad I saw that too. So imagine his son's daughters now attend a hood rats. Even they do have an education, their mentality follows through. Instead of they taught something else. And they're going around. See what I'm saying? The clout chasing trash, the ghetto trash has infiltrated the community, and the white race people has promoted in the media to allow this to go on. And but they have to, but it's not their fault 100%. It's the folks in our own community. Okay, that's why you have Latinos don't want you to mix with those Africans because of the mentality. It's mentality. It's not by color, but they're using the color in heritage that was used by white men as the inferior to go along with this mentality. That's what they're talking about. Because you notice that you have Nigerians who have a different mentality. They come here and they work. They got corrupt Nigerians who scam ours too. King they can't talk about it. But the ones who are working, who take those benefits that Martin King fought for us to have, the loans, the grants, they do work with Latinos and nothing racist happened to them. It's the ones who call themselves niggas. And I'm calling it, and normally, have y'all noticed that the ones who come to me and talk about, yeah, the Mexicans, they see you as a nigga. When I tell them, I said, I don't let them see me as a nigga because I like to control my mind. It's what, what's the name, Lena Horne said, you're not born inferior, okay? You know what I'm saying? And Eleanor Roosevelt said that the only way you make yourself, if you allow yourself to be inferior, okay, that's the difference. These motherfuckers who say black and proud, actually, they allow themselves to be inferior, okay? So they have fear complex. They see themselves beneath the belt of their black DNA and they get mad when someone like me goes to one drop rule because they don't want to perish the one drop rule to be for, which is made by white race to help the white race people and hurt those African descent. It wasn't have to help us. So they infiltrate the racist black stereotypes that white race people put in their heads, and they go along with it and clarify as being black when it's not. So when they see someone like me and they trying to scare me with paranoia, well, I ask the question, the same thing you're doing to me, trying to hurt me, talk to me trash, have no respect for me, and talk to me, you're doing the same thing with the Hispanic folks are doing who are racist. You're the same pot with them. So you're just as guilty. Your conscience in your alive when I say it. Because you were not putting on harm and trying to be crazy. And I'm going to cuss here, but the Bible does say, love is not going to rule over any 13 of Corinthians, verse 13. Okay, so you're being rude to me. You talking to me crazy, cursing me out. You don't love me. That's not love. You taught that love because like white master, our ancestor wanted to use that mess to keep us enslaved mess. Okay, that's why we treat you less human. So that's the reason why. See, I know I'm history and even spirituality on this picture. So point is that's the reason why. So I understand. But Latinos need to stop looking at African American people as one group of people and look at folks as individuals. Same thing with African American people. I think because one Mexican did this to your house, burn your house down. Okay, while the Mexican fire burned your house down in South California, Pookie and Ray Ray ready to kill your ass too. Okay, so who is your friend? Okay, while Flacco and Cholo is ready to fire burn your house, Pookie and Ray Ray down the corner ready to whoop your ass too. So who is your damn friend? Oh, I went there. Okay, while Flacco and Joaquin ready to firebomb your house, you got Pookie and Ray Ray and LaQuisha ready to whoop your ass too. So who is your friend? No, I ain't. Everybody's silent now. So the only friend I can say is Jesus. Okay, that's the only friend I can say is God. It ain't. Thank you. Okay, anybody can be your enemy. Let me say it again. While Flacco, the Cholo thug in the neighborhood, ready to fireball your house, you got Pookie and Ray Ray ready to whoop your ass too and shoot you. So who is your friend? I don't understand the concept of this. While Flacco, the Cholo thug in the hood, the pusher man, is ready to firebomb your ass. You got Pookie and Ray Ray ready to whoop your ass too. I don't understand this. Hold on, let me say it again. While Flacco, the Cholo thug, the pusher man in the hood, the bio ghetto, and his homeboy ready to firebomb your ass, you got Pookie and Ray Ray ready to jump your ass. Oh, Lord. So who is your friend? I don't get this. Oh, we ain't got no friend. Who is? If LaQuisha ready to put you on child support after having your baby, clout chasing, just like a Latino woman being a hood rat to the to Alonzo Ball, and you don't have no money. Who is your friend? Maybe you keep your penis in your penis. You don't have to worry about that shit. And worry about getting married and hope to God that woman is faithful to you. Ain't gonna do you that regardless what race she is, okay? Have a gift of discernment, okay? So my question is, while Pookie and Ray Ray ready to whoop your ass, probably shoot your house up too, you got Flacco and his homeboys. So who is your friend? Let me say it again. While Pookie and Ray Ray down the corner ready to whoop your ass, jump your ass, shoot your ass, you got Flacco ready to whoop your ass. So who is your damn friend? The only friend I can say is Jesus Christ. That's okay. I mean, per person here, that's the only friend you have. All that's who your friend. Avisho had to learn that mess. It ain't a bunch of Hispanics making fun of his doggone wife. It's a bunch of African people. My people, all my people ain't gonna do this. You are not God to say that, you dumb fool. No offense, Avisho. You're a human being. I get tired. You don't know what these folks got in their head. You don't know what they think. Unless you God Almighty, unless you one of the saints and angels in heaven with God, okay, seeing this, Mr. Cloud witnesses, there's the only time you can determine that, brother. Understand that. Shoes. See, the same people you cut for turn your ass against you and make fun of your light-skinned Mexican wife, okay, who Afro mestiza, okay, that's the reason you stop thinking that everybody with one drop of black DNA is your friend. Even the Latinos got a black DNA, but even those who are American black DNA here ain't always your damn friend. The only friend is the man above. Hello. Because while Juanita got to worry about, besides Pookie and Ray jumped them, and you got to worry about Flacco Ray beat up and rape Juanita too. Okay? And Jose got to be scared of him too. So therefore, who's your friend? You don't got no friends on your side but God. I'm sorry. While Devontae ready to whoop your ass too, he probably about to shoot your ass, you know what I'm saying, fireball, he probably gonna help Flacco fireball your ass. God dog it. Okay? Flacco and Devontae and Pookie Ray might come together and whoop your ass too in the community. So you got no friend but God. I don't understand how these people, I've been through hell. Okay, on Earth. That's how I know. And even on YouTube, you got folks beefing with each other. Chrissy and Prize Malin and she and Dr. Boris White. It's a wake up call. The only person that's your friend is God Almighty. Okay? And his people on earth, I mean people in heaven, the saints and angels who they're the cloud witnesses. That's the only one, but the main one's your friend is God Almighty. Okay? So I don't understand how y'all can sit here and talk, we ain't got no friends. We ain't got no friends. Oh, because they shot no, but guess what? While the so-called Coco illegal immigrant chopping their brother, then guess what? Pookie Ray shooting the brother in Chicago. Just like 32 coons beating the Latino white dudes. You got cartel thugs killing Mexicans, each other killing they Mexican too. You don't got no friends. Only God's your friend, y'all. I don't understand this mess. There is no the people who say your friends have to tell you they have to prove trustworthy, not the other way around. And I had to learn that. Okay? Even your own mama and daddy, I'm an example of that, can turn against you. Even the Bible says that in Matthew 8, Matthew 10, that your own family can be your enemy. Okay? I don't understand how people don't discern. I guess I'm glad that I'm a loner. That's glad I'm a nonconformist because I can see through the BS. These folks can see that. That's why they jealous of me because they used to living for other people and doing what they want them to do and being a slave to their expectations. I ain't trying to be a slave to no expectation but my own. But like I was saying, is that Pookie and Ray Ray, while Pookie and Ray Ray, so in LA, Pookie and Ray Ray will whoop your ass, jump your ass, shoot your house up, and then put in Loco and Loco Cholo and Vato ready to whoop your ass and burn your house too. So who is your damn friend in the ghetto, the hood? And while Becky, and Charlie, who racists, are trying to keep you where you at. So who's your friend? Who's your friend? I don't hear nobody. LaQuisha ready to rob your house while you're gone. It's the truth. Okay, so you got Cholos ready to firebomb your ass, your house. Then you got Pookie Raven, who's your brothers, ready to jump your ass and shoot the house down. LaQuisha and her homegirl ready to come in and break in the house. So who is your friend down in that old jungle down there that the white people made for you to stay in? White people red lining and they about to genocide because y'all all acting a fool. Who is your friend? But God. I'm just saying, I don't understand this ideology that somebody's color makes you a friend. No, baby, no. Actions rely on words. Okay? I have a gift of discernment. That's why I know this. And I've been through a lot of mess. Okay? All right? Pookie and Ray Ray is down the corner, ready to whoop your ass, shoot your ass, knockout gang your ass, and you got Cholo and his homeboys. They ready to come in and so you got enemies on all the sides. Who is your friend? And LaQuisha, maybe LaQuisha and Maria Guadalupe, they homegirl, the sister, and Latina sister, they ready to come in and steal that stuff you got in their house, especially being stuff from Amazon. So I mean, it just don't make no sense. Who is your friend? Nobody but God. I don't understand this. And Vasha learned that. Y'all all learned that. You, Levitine, all the rest of y'all. Y'all thought, oh, we people. No, hell to no. Michael X had to learn that too. Okay? It is what it is. But let's get back to the subject. So, going back to how Latinos escape the one drop rule. So, they were listed as white during Jim Crow, but not treated as white because genetically they're mixed. And white folks let them know that, okay? So, it was LULAC that was trying to keep that, back in the day, keep that white, because white folks were trying to put another category called Spanish so they would not be in the same pot with white people, okay? And they were trying to keep that real because they didn't want to go to Jim Crow if they found out that they had some black DNA. This is the reason why they want someone African. This is the whole reason why. You had folks hire their grandmas and Puerto Ricans coming, to New York honey, black grandmas and great, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in their family don't come to us and like Sammy Sosa, you know, he's Dominican. But that too, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to keep that because they had Daisy Inez, who was Lucy, her. Besides, they didn't want to put the two man and woman in bed together. They did separate them beds because he is Latin and mixed race, and they might try to make him look like a white man, but he was not to white people. He was not, and even Lucy Ball said it herself that the reason why Ricky Ricardo, Daisy Inez was treated because he was Hispanic. They mistreated him because he was Hispanic. So they let you know that white privilege did not go that far. They might treat you different from an African descent person, but they let him know that he was not one of them. You know, they try to listen as him, you know, to do their treat Guadalupe Hidalgo, classification white folks keep classification white to keep American citizens. Okay, that's the whole reason why. Okay, so they didn't do just the Mexicans, they did the Cubans, Puerto Ricans as well. You know what I'm saying? Even in the movie Ricky, not Ricky, is a Nikki Cruz. Okay, I'm not an evangelical. Okay, I'm not for Protestant evangelicalism, but you know the story of Nikki Cruz. That's Eric Estrada, who played Chips, who also played in Dos Mujeres Un Camino, and with Laura Leon in the novella, and Selena was a guest star in that novella when she was alive. Okay, he's Puerto Rican. He played Mr. That's one George Lopez talked trash about Eric Estrada, and Eric Estrada played Nicky Cruz. That's how he got famous. Nicky Cruz was a gang member in New York. Okay, he was into Santeria. His family from Puerto Rico. And he was into Santeria, real big time. And what how he became a Protestant Christian was this white man went up to New York to go recruit Protestant gang members of Protestant Christianity. And the white man who was an evangelical, what he did was he went to New York and it was a black and brown racism. Okay, you had the African gang members and the Hispanic. The Hispanic ones was on the white people side, Italians, Irish, Jew, and in the movie, this what they was still classify Hispanic as white. The brothers, the white people, and they're talking about Nicky Cruz, who's Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? This is back in the 60s and 70s. A lot of folks do not know their history. And what it was, Nicky Cruz was a troubled child. His dad was abusive to him. His dad was in the Santeria, and he saw his dad practicing Santeria, so he saw how powerful he could be. So he was in the Santeria, an African mixture of the Catholic Catholicism, a mixture with African gods, okay? And so that spiritual demonic entity allowed him to go and do the crimes he committed, okay? So what happened is the white man who was evangelical feminist went there and tried to make a church, trying to integrate the community, and he had Nick Cruz. He was doing what that Euro-Asian did, got killed in the Senegalese. I'm for voluntary Christianity, not forced. I'm not. Jesus don't lord over, but the dude was lording over him. You know, that Jesus said not to do with the King Gentiles. And while Nick Cruz was cussing him out and spitting on him, he was like, "I love you, you're Jesus," and that's how he made this dude become a Christian, okay, a Protestant Christian. And so Nicky Cruz, because I met, I met Nicky Cruz one time in 2000. It was 2000, 2001, or 2000. Okay, I think it was 2001. I think it was 2001. I was getting very extreme with my Catholic faith at the time, and it had been 2000, 2001. And what it was, Nicky Cruz had a lot of Hispanic hip hop dancers, and they would go to the street, and they was trying because Nick Cruz was going to the was going to Lakewood Church, show us to do a talk, and they came knocking on the door, say please come over to our place and never forget to not stay in my behind in it because I don't deal with evangelical. No, I don't. I'm not. No offense to anybody evangelical. By that lauding over and twisting the scripture and making altercation, I do not want to be. And I was dealing with issues with my own family, and I didn't some big old Pentecostal Latino dude knocking on my door. You need this, and he was not part of the group, but he would put letters on our doors. Some church, Pentecostal church down there in what's it right there by Cashmere, by Frenchtown and what's it called in Fifth Ward, and even they had access to the because a light skinned high yellow Creole brother was part of that church, and he was out there recruiting boys and girls too and having sex. Sure was, and he was a member of that church, so he was trying to get them to recruit. Yes, and Ted Poe, Judge Ted Poe did. They were talking about this, okay, and what it was. Just to know, he the one prosecute the light skinned man. The light skinned man, I think he was mixed with Creole, probably former Catholic. He became part of that church, that Apostle Church down there. And what it was, he was going to the area. He had sex abused boys and girls, and he had child pornography, taking pictures. And yes, he sure was. I forget. Y'all keep up with these stories. And what during the sex abuse scandal that was in 2000, it had been 2000, so it was 2001 when the Nikki Cruz came to my house. His dancers, and I stayed in my club. Like, they have a church. I said, no, I'm not going to. Why? What does it matter? A person, excuse me, read Second Timothy, Peter, you know what I'm saying? He's a prize. He was going to Catholic school at the time. I said, no, I'm not interested in joining that church, and I don't want to hear about it. And I never forget when I would go check and check with, look at the thing, a big old Latino man who was darker skin tone, well, a Mexican 910, was knocking or was putting letters on our doors from that apostle church. Some apostle tabernacle, whatever down there. Well, anyway, they had sister scandal too because a light skinned man who belongs to the church was claimed to be a minister, probably was a minister of the church, like, a secondary man, like a youth minister, and he was approaching children in the hood, right there by Frenchtown, Cashman Gardens, and Fifth Ward area, and he got these children, and he was actually there was these people was gullible to let this man go minister to them. While he was ministering to these folks, he was taking those kids to the house and having sex with them, and actually taking nude pictures and videotape. And they found out right around when the Catholic sex scandal came out in Boston in 2002. I never forget this. How the news media kind of covered and they didn't blow up this story. Okay, that light skinned man who was Creole got and Ted Poe put that Judge Ted Poe, who's part of the Texas politician up in Austin. He was a judge here. He's Republican. He said, "Oh, you go to church on Sunday and bless boys on Monday." I never get he told him. Okay, and that preacher from the Apostle Tabernacle Church went to the prison complex like he deserved to be. So I'll never forget. Y'all keep up with these stories. Yes, I do. I remember I had a bunch of clutter in my room, all these news articles in there. Okay, so anyway, my room and my grandparents complain about that, but I keep up all this stuff. So anyway. So that's how that happened. So I never forget the same day that big old Latino dude who older man, middle age, looked like Hector Lavoe, but he was 19 Mexican. Okay, we had him was big one time with that kind of like before the toupee, the Abraham Canini but they like haircut that y'all know what I'm talking about. They got kind of bald and that he looked like with them glasses. He had some shades on, like Jim Jones with them shades. Anyway, point is he was big and he said, "You did this," and I'm like, he wasn't with Nikki Cruz, but I never forget that Saturday. Like, no, I said, and so I didn't want to get ugly at my grandparents' house. Like, no, and I remember keeping it for proof to say y'all, and they were bashing the Catholic Church. They come one of their bashing Catholic, gave it to the Catholic League and told them how they could go ahead making lies about the Catholic Church as well. So anyway, because I used to be part of the Catholic League with Bill Donahue and them. So I never forget that at the time, and I never forget that day. Nikki Cruz was so I watched that because he was coming to the Lakewood Church with Joe Osteen, and I never forget that. But let me bring the story up to let you know that Nikki Cruz during that time he was a gamer and Eric Estrada played him in that movie. Okay, that's how Eric Estrada became a big star on Chips and everything else. Okay, he played this New Yorican, and those brothers were saying, "Yeah, them white dudes." They were pointing at the African, the Latinos, the Latinos, and who are mostly Puerto Rican at the time, and white dudes. Do you see what I'm saying? So you get my point? Yeah. So you had Latino men who are Puerto Rican being racist towards African American descended people. And I think that Geraldo Rivera was one of those people because Geraldo Rivera, the reason why he got the Jewish star on his hand. Okay, his dad was Puerto Rican and his mother is a white Jew. Geraldo Rivera was saying, "Why do you got the Star of David on your hand?" She's like the Cholo. This is back, and it's really funny because this is New York, so that means they had some influence from the Los Angeles Cholo, Pachuco Mexican gangs. The Puerto Ricans, they were trying to loop everybody Hispanic together. Okay. And what happened is when Geraldo Rivera, before he became a lawyer, he was a thug too. Geraldo Rivera was a thug. So all the Latino dudes in his gang, remember, they were putting the crosses on there. He's not a Christian, Protestant, or Catholic. So he's Jewish, so he put Star David on his. Remember American Me? They put the cross on their hand. That's what Geraldo Rivera has that on his hand. So That's what he was a thug too. Yes, he was. He was a beast stupid and beast that dark skinned dude. 19 from New Orleans to the Katrina. Yeah. So he knows about that thug like, cause he was thug. He was a gang member too. Funny too. So he was trying to be a cholo, a Puerto Rican cholo, part Jewish in New York, and he was emulating it as well. Okay, so that's how I know. So Nicky Cruz was just like him, and he said he wasn't Jewish, and he was part of Santeria. And at the time that movie, watch that movie about Nicky Cruz story, you would know that they were the brothers called them white too. Okay, so that's yeah. A lot of folks don't be reading. I be looking at all this stuff. Yeah, baby, education is good. So that's the whole reason why that time Latinos it's the one drop rule. Okay. So the difference between New York is not is very liberal. It's been, even though they have racism, and even Mariah Carey, when her part Hispanic, part African American, died, married a white Jewish, no white Jewish, white Irish woman, her mother. Um, they was getting racist death threats too, and dead dolls on them too. Mariah Carey was talking about that on Oprah, and so they don't mean anything. But and New York has a lot of liberal politics, and that's why the Hispanics are more open to date African Americans. Whereas in Los Angeles, it's liberal, but you had white Anglo-Saxon Protestant racist folks who took part of the legal system in the politics in California, especially Southern California, because they saw African American people leaving the South and going to California, where it's more liberal today, who you want to, and have an economic wealth and everything else. And they were trying to destroy that, and they used Latinos like they did in Texas back in the day to cover up. That's what they did. So that's a lot of folks don't realize that. Okay, so going back to how and one thing gets me upset about Lulac. It took me a while to start to forgive Lulac and NAACP, because you gotta understand, I almost declined not to go to not Fiesta Patrias. That's here in Houston, Fiesta de la Flores, because Fiesta de Flores in Paso, Texas. I went to Reggaeton Night in 2005, and I was upset the fact that Lulac with NAACP went against the multiracial category in 1990s. We were supposed to have multiracial category on the census in 2000, excuse me, and they went against it because it's supposed to unite everybody with multiracial background. And so that's why we have this issue. But like I say, I'm not sitting here defending the one drop rule. I classify myself as mixed. I do not put only black. I will get mad at you and tell you and get a lawyer involved, because I did talk to a lawyer that said that no, you can check who you want to check. You classify yourself ever since the 2000 census. Every state, every government, and every city facility in the United States should allow you to classify yourself as mixed, and therefore I identify as mixed on my even on my ID. I put other when I was re-registering myself. We call it reinstating your ID last year. I put other. Okay, I contacted Austin. I said, excuse me, I don't go on the one drop rule, and I do have African American, white and Hispanic and American roots, no matter what I look like. They said, well, the Hispanic man told me, you can put other. I said, oh, and I looked at the African, oh, cool. So I put other when I went to the DPS office back last summer, okay, to reinstate my license. So yes, I'm listed as other. Even my security license, I have other on there. I don't have it black or definitely not white, because I look like white dude. I'm mixed with white and Hispanic. I have other on my application. I don't put pure black. I'm not pure African, and I'm not gonna sit here and use the white man's ideology. They use it to hurt me to define who I am. So people call me so they want to. They don't want white man's pit bulls and lovers to them. Because if a white person does not respect me as a multiracial person, I will kick that person out of my circle. I don't want to be friends with you. If I not talk to you over these years, those listening, that's the reason why. If you are fitting that criteria, okay? I'm an extreme nonconformist. So points, and no, I'm not sitting here saying that Latinos should be listed as black purity. Since I'm mixed with Hispanic as well, my Hispanic brothers and sisters from south of the border, descendants from south of the border, should be listed as themselves as mixed. Because they allow you to check one on by student and mess up the civil rights groups like the NAACP and LULAC and Nescas Raza, AIM, American Indian Asian League, and Urban League went against the multiracial category. I think that you should list yourself as those races, the black, the white, and native, Indian, put whatever Hispanic origin you're from. Because in the next 2020, I'm going to be putting black, white, Native American, and Hispanic, and listed as Hispanic origin, Spanish Creole, and then be known in Louisiana to be so the census recognize who we really are. Um, because that's what I am. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm pure. 2010, I did not. No, I did not put myself on the census. Yes, I was misaccounted, but when I moved in my apartment in 2012, excuse me, they asked me, and I know I was Hispanic at the time when doing research, and I put Black, White, Native American on my census records in 2020. And since will be coming, I'm gonna, I don't want to numerate because I'm gonna argue with it. I know my rights, and I will contact the Census Bureau and get you fined behind fire. I used to work for the Census back in 2000, so I know my rights. Um, I do this myself is multiracial, okay, and I want the government to go know my racial data. This means what I am on my family history, not based on your ideology, your ignorant ideology that was used for oppression. Okay, so that's why I list myself as African American, French, Spanish, Creole, white, Native American, and Hispanic. Okay, so that's what I am. I don't care what the cop see. The cop is racist. Fuck the cop that's saying who say I'm pure black and I'm not. And I did say that. Okay, fuck the other person too. Whether it be white, Hispanic, African American, whatever, because they ain't pure African either. Okay, whatever. I'm not here to kiss your ass and deny my family gene pool just to make you feel good. Okay, that's what I am. I'm proud of it. Thank God that He put those elements in my roots. And there's no self-hate here. Okay, it's self-hate for those who deny who they are. That's where self-hate coming from. Because y'all want to top chase for other people and kiss people's asses all to get love and validation for them. I'm not here for that. You don't love me? Take it or leave it. Okay, I'm a Leo King. Understand that. We don't bow down to nobody else but ourselves. Okay, if we're gonna bow down to God. Okay. Truth of the matter is, I'm there for myself. I'm going to list myself as multiracial, and I do it on paper. And if folks have a problem, I know who to contact. I know who to get your ass in trouble because I know my rights. If the leveraging case said on their documentation one drop rule is unconstitutional, and we able to check my rights, and my lawyer that get legal assistance from told me that you can list yourself as whatever you want to since the 2006, that is my right. Okay, and you're not gonna put me intimidate me and mistreat me, harass me, and go against the law. I will take legal action. Okay, so I think that Latinos in this census coming up, those who are from Latin American origin, please, I advise you to put other or two races more, meaning that you're black, white, Native American. So if you have Native American, African, and European, put those in there and put Mexican American, Puerto Rican, Venezuela, whatever, how because they can go change the census. And I'm glad they're changing the census because it needs to be more accurate, okay? If you want to represent me on racial basis, go in my family gene pool and let me be identified as what I am in my genealogy, okay? Not based on racist ideology, okay? Because one job rule was there for oppression, not for love. It's for oppression. So I'm not the self-hater. I'm not the coon. It's y'all who the coon who defend that shit, okay? I'm the freedom fighter. I'm the trailblazer here, okay? I defend my freedom. Freedom is love. Freedom is pride for me, okay? So point is, that's what my background is. I'm African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, American, and I'm going to get my income tax coming up next month. My goal is to do more research on my family tree, the points I could not search, and get someone to help me out with that. Hopefully, to God, it will happen. Okay, so I know. So when I have children, I can tell my children what they really are, not by white master standards. So y'all are the slaves. I'm the freedman. I'm the runway. Y'all the house field and house field slaves, house niggas, these white people who love the ones to oppress us. I'm not trying to live up to their standard. Fuck them, those who love it. Okay, thank you. Sorry to say that, but I'm not here to love your expectations. I'm gonna go against your expectations whether you like it or not. Okay. I want my children when I get married to know where they originally come from, not about some white racist story, of course. So that's why, and I want them, whenever do research, when I leave this world, they know where daddy was, okay? Where daddy's supposed to come from, and they will know where they come from, because you don't know where it comes from, you know where you're going, okay? And one thing I have to agree with Marcus Garvey with the stuff that he agreed, but he said that a person know their roots is like a tree without roots, okay? You know where you're going. So you have to know your heritage, okay? That's why my mentality is different. A lot of people bother to know because they don't go to white man's ideology and depend on white supremacy to defend who they are and go complacent with it. And that's the difference between me and these other people. But to Latinos, okay, On my channel, I never said you was pure black. Afro mestizo means you're mixed with African, European, and Native, and especially Spanish. And if you are Latino without Hispanic origin, Portuguese, excuse me. And that's what I defend. Like I said about Mexican census putting Afro Mexico, I'm glad the awareness of African bloodline that's been denied all these years. But can we be accurate? Afro mestizo is a mixed race term. Okay, it's not an Afrocentric word. Okay, Afro mestizo, meaning you're mixed with African, Spaniard, and Native, okay? And that should be accurate on their census data. It should not say Afro Mexican. The only Afro Mexican I would say someone like Lupita Nyong'o, who is pure black, who was born in Mexico and famous from Kenya. That would be accurate for her because her gene pool is pure black. When it comes to Afro-looking Mexican people who got Spaniard and Native, there are mixed. The people who don't look black, who got African in them, there are mixed. With African, Native, and Spaniard, they're not pure. I'm not for racial purity identity that's false. We're not pure. We are mixed. Okay? I'm getting tired of people with a pure ideology. The people who want to defend this false identity for being racially pure, who are not genetically pure, are self-haters. And they're mad at someone like me refusing to conform to this bullshit. Okay? It is what it is. We are mixed. And the census should have a multiracial category. I don't care what numbers you're gonna lose. Okay, you lose a number, all that black and brown racing down there, we get folks getting killed left and right and stuff. So don't come at me in that mess. Because one thing I noticed that LULAC and NAACP and this National Casa Raza and Urban have not fixed that problem down there in Los Angeles and other places. Okay, let's get that straight. They have not fixed that problem. But I'm sorry, Maxine Wall, we both Leos. You sister. That's why them same folks you defended 20 years ago are mad at you about you defending about your the illegal immigration situation. You know, helping Latinos. And I understand why you helping, because those who help themselves get help. Those who don't help themselves, that's because of anybody. Okay. Right, but not every African person, and I have so somebody like me want our own business and want to get our own wealth. We ain't trying to stay in no ghetto and no projects and all other. We know that's designed by white supremacists getting ideas from Nazi Germany. Okay, as his brother told me, and I never forget, me and a sister was debating. I'm glad the brother who's 2 years older than me, camel skin brother, Creole brother, who's a vet, was saying this. So the sister said, "Oh, I'm glad to get my section." It was a blood transplant. She used to work the show. I want to get my section A, my food. And he said, "That's chicken shit." He said, "You don't understand that redlining and that Section 8 and the food stamps and the ghetto was coming out the ideology from the Nazi Germany, put the Jews in the ghetto." He didn't, and she shut up. She showed it. I'm sorry, my sister, but she was wrong. You use those government benefits for yourself, for the temporary assistance, not permanent. That's why I got rid of my doctor, because the medication was making me not get out of my situation. Here, this doctor living rich and in a wealthy area. I ain't trying to wait to say it, and my doctor, but he not helping me put on medication that help me not be productive at work. Yeah, I'm productive, but it's hard for me to go get up in the morning. That's why I ain't working on early day morning jobs. I worked at the afternoon evening job because this meant, you know, and I'm not taking none of that. And once I read about that Dr. Jolie West Smith in the violent centers, no, I'm not taking all doggone antidepressants. They trying to stop people like me, and you mostly see people who are minorities at the MHRA. That's why we not coming up as people of color, Africans and Hispanic. These doggone doctors, and they're not going to see a doctor, but doggone, they got a program. And we do have fucked up families that make us already fucked up already. And I'm mad punching walls up here about me being in this damn ghetto, trying to get out, and even, oh yeah, I'm gonna spill the beans on this. Cause I asked that dumb ass supervisor at the clinic. My sister, who was a therapist who come visit me earlier this year and last year, she quit, and I would love to meet her to find all the detail. She's from California, from Northern California, and she quit, and I want to find what was behind closed doors, because what happened was I got mad. So what happened is the DPS said that I have to get my doctor's approval to get a driver license, since I have bipolar disorder. an examination. And last year I did procrastinate because I was trying to, work and get money because I lost a lot of money through the Hurricane Harvey. I didn't lose my place. I lost money because I waited the last minute to get the food and the water and stuff. Okay, because I didn't think the hurricane was coming. And what happened is they told me they need my doctor to do an examination so I can go ahead and pass the test. And so I started driving. Start riding the bus. Okay. So I procrastinated. I contacted DPS office. I do apologize. Do I need to sign? Go to such and such. So I got the paperwork. As I faxed stuff into the Image RA back in March of this year, the supervisor of my therapist gonna tell me, the sister who come visit me, but it's a dude. Oh, I don't think your doctor who's white. I don't think your doctor's gonna sign in a sign because I already don't want. So do you see why I'm not wanting assistance from these dumbasses? I'm trying to come up in life. And when I see my doctor, I was in a wealthy area, and I said what area where he lived. This very wealthy. This doctor, they're way better than I do. And you telling me the doctor's not trying to help me get in that state because I ain't trying to live in no ghetto and live on Section 8 or public housing and all that damn shit. Do you understand why I refuse to go back to the Image RA? So when I read about the Dr. Jody West, and it's on in these medications that I was on. When I started reading this on Instagram too, that these antidepressants make folks worse than who they are. And then I found out about the CIA and them using that make crack cocaine. And Dr. Jody West had the violence of African and Hispanic men and young men who were boys at the time, who were 18, who came from broken homes. That's why they're real violent and getting some food out, took out. They was taking drugs, antidepressants, and mess up their own brain and made them worse. I said, whoa. They can call me. Zach, can you come? No, I'm not coming. I know. And I left a message for the new caseworker who took the sister spot. And I don't need no. After I got down talked by your supervisor, talking about the lawyer ain't gonna sign. I'm almost 40. I don't have no car. Y'all don't care about my self-worth. You care about getting that buku money funding for them drugs that make us worse than who we are. I'm not trying to live in this state. My plan when I graduated high school was to live way better than this. Back in 98, 20 years ago. And you get my point? Or a head old Creole mixed Italian doctor from New Orleans messing my dang life up in Vega and talking crazy to me on years. And I had to get the state. 2014 to get the state. And I'm glad that folks on the internet are now exposing how ugly he even was. That's why I got the white out in 2015. Now, because I snitched on that old dude about how he treated me in the higher Nigerian woman too, from the Igbo tribe, who my caseworker in there. Yes, talking down me, gang up on me. Yes, they doing unprofessional practices. And Pocho, who was the Pocho coconut, who was the doggone we call it manager of that doggone thing. And I got his behind trouble too. I sure did. Point is, that's why. So you see, I'm trying to come up in life. They trying to let me go back to my destructive family who abusing me and talking. You get my point? That's the whole reason why I'm not going back to Image RA. And it needs to be exposed for that mess. There are people like myself that's trying to come up and not be in no low place. And then you're trying to get something, they try to stop you from getting it. 10 years ago, while I went back to Image RA, after leaving El Paso, El Paso Image RA is way better than Harris County. When I went there to come back to, and this what happened, I got a job, and with NCL America to go on a cruise line. It was still $5.15 minimum wage, so they had $6.50 an hour. But you work every day. You only have 1 month off, so that means you work from Sunday to Saturday, okay? And you work on a cruise line ship. So I got this Hispanic woman, and she told me to cut my braids out. My hair was growing at the time, and she was Cuban, either Mexican, Puerto Rico, whatever. She's from Miami. And of course, I could have got an EOC lawsuit, but I went and cut my hair after my grandfather died in the early 2008, and my dad and my grandma was getting on my nerves. I went and got a haircut, so I cut all that longer hair to my length and cut a bald fade. Okay, it was a season cut. Okay, and the reason why I was trying to look professional. That's why I would never cut my hair ever again. And they still was giving. As I did my physical, I had to get medical doctor, so I didn't have a go card with Harris County Harris Health. So I had to get that done. It took me a while. Then I had to go back to Image RA. So when I try to get this doctor, the one who's Creole Italian, passed for white, with behind, I know about his heritage. He, that's one I thought who was Catholic, who thought he would understand my spiritual situation under Catholicism, my family, and stuff, and everything else. He sit here, gave me medication, and refused to sign the documents talking about if something happen, I'm gonna get in trouble for it's a purge. Do you see why I'm in the ghetto? And every time I tell people that, yes, I tried to ask that white man who was my caseworker, is the one who's redneck behind closed doors. So I got rid of it, like the Nigerian one to take his spot. He kept every little thing that the doctor was trying to get me, the doctor being two-faced, to help me out. I don't think that's going to happen. You can tell how they are a false promise. Some of these white supremacists love to throw false promises on people. They want to expect for you to fail. That's why I got rid of his redneck ass. Okay? So, later on, when you're not productive and then I'm getting mistreated at home, I'm not working every day. I'm working temporarily. I'm on medications. It's stopping me from being productive over the years. Okay, that's the reason why. Okay, so when everybody said, "Why are you in the ghetto?" Do you understand? I went to that doctor to ask him, "Can you sign this paperwork? Because I'm being pre-employed to work in South America. I need you to sign this paperwork so I can go on the ship." And he stomped him and the other Hispanic doctor. They stump blocked this thing. That's why I'm in this situation. I was supposed to have been left and be living in somewhere. I was moved to Hawaii because you work in Hawaii as a cruise line ship. You work every day from six from you choose your shift, so you work at 8 hours. And you stay on the ship, and you have to, you know what I'm saying? So I cut my braids, cut my perm relaxed hair off, and they stump blocked this case. They did. I was supposed to be making, so if you're making $6.50 an hour, you're going to generate income because you're not taking no days off. So you have a 1 month off. So I was going to, when I come back home, get my stuff and move to wherever I want to move. I had a plan. These how they dumbasses stop every fucking thing. That's why I don't listen to these dumbass elders. Shoot, if lawful can you die early, please get the fuck. Cause some people want to move on, trying to stumble like every damn move, trying to put your own fucking narrative. Folks don't want a fucking narrative in your damn. And I go take that shit to somebody else who open to it. I'm not okay. This is the reason why. So when I worked locally, oh, you working? So he already knew that I'm being abused at home, mistreated, had no place to go. If I left home, I'd be out in the street, and you didn't want me to work. Do you see why that none of these people did not want to help me out and be economic in advantage? That's the whole reason why I stuck with them, because I need some medication to keep me stable off that mess I was in at home. But it went worse, and I was more vulnerable to it because, you know what I'm saying? So that's the whole reason why when I go back to MHRA, they set up a lot of folks to fail. Okay, instead of helping them get out that problem. And when I started meeting people who was affected by Hurricane Katrina, getting apartments from them. Why am I getting an apartment when y'all don't get abused at home, mistreated by my family? Why am you not helping me be self-sufficient? Everything was stone block, stone block, stone block. That's the reason why I put them on blast. They want to fuck up my future. And I do not want nothing to do with that bullshit ass shit. So when I start to see signs that I'm on medication, the doctor being a little nicer compared to the other white doctor, and you're not coming up, you're losing your spot, you're on medication, and you're being seduced to let folks walk on over you, I'm not going to let that happen ever again. I have a right to be defensive. You don't stay without me to be defensive of being abused. So what happened is you start seeing your concept, your living, and then next thing you're trying to get your license because you fail your written test. Things has changed since 1995. I passed my written exam back in 95 when I was 15 years old and got my permanent and got my license. And they got rid of my license until I was 11. Because they said, oh, you schizophrenic disorder. We need you to take the job at all again. That's a years, okay? And at the time, I did have money, but my grandma was taking all my money. Saying, you got to understand. So that's the whole reason why that I refuse to ever go back to MHR, because my life got fucked up when I went back to them trying to go to inside America, go on a cruise line ship. So when anybody said, oh, you like to be on wave feed, you're a fucking joke. No, the fuck I don't. I always wear my own shit. Okay? All right? But you have dumb ass anti-mamas, fiddlers, along with culture coconuts and thugs and rednecks trying to stop you from getting your life together. Okay? All right, because they don't want to see you prosper. They want to see you fail if you don't live a fucked up damn way. They got from back in the day. Okay, so that's the whole reason why that I refuse to go back. When you start seeing your doctor live way better than you, he ain't helping you give you the tea about that, how to get your life like his. Okay, you start seeing people every time you're trying to get some policy sign. Oh, I don't think the doctor. No, the doctor ain't. So you'll stun block my shit. Fuck you. I don't need to hear a damn thing from your damn mouth. So I'm not coming back. You're not helping me get from point A to point N. I'm not coming back to that bullshit. Keep your fucking medications. Once I found out that the CIA, Dr. Jody West did an African and Hispanic men down there in Los Angeles, and it's on Instagram on the Urbis. They will tell you those medications help you fail compared to worse than you already are. No wonder I began suicidal here and here. I've been taking St. John warts and have not been suicidal since. Buy it on Amazon. I mean, taking exactly. Those are herbal stuff that God made. I don't need mechanical shit, a pharmaceutical shit to stop me from going. You get my point. That's why I'm motivating myself to become my own boss. And because it kept stun blocking me. I have folks I follow. They were like, emailing me like, why you're not trying to listen to me? I'm trying to help you. But yeah, because those preconceived notions, those fears, saying in your head, and you're trying to beat it, and just get some spiritual stuff to get myself out. That's what help you. The little mechanical shit don't do the damn thing for you. So that's the whole reason why. But yeah, that's why. So you get my point. My goal was to have my way, and it wasn't like this. But folks want to see you fail, talking about they love you, and they don't love you, because love them could brutal injury. That's the whole reason why. But anyway, I gotta go. But anyway, we'll go back to being Latino and the one drop rule. No, I did not defend the one drop rule. I think that y'all need to understand not everybody in the community don't speak for us. And that's why I have a big mouth, and I want folks to understand there's folks like me who's scared to speak up. Not me, but people in our community, they're scared to speak up. That's the whole reason why they want to silence us. And by me being, I'm going to put me on medication because I mentioned a Bible verse that debunked these folks' arguments, and they said I was hyper religious. Because I was preaching the truth. Okay? Right? So anyway, I got to call y'all. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.